All right, it's District Breakdown time, 10-5A Division II. We got Houston Chronicle with Jon Poorman with me. Jon, we're going to talk about 10-5A Division II, but we're probably mostly going to talk about Lake Creek and the assault they put on the offensive stat category last year. Heck, I mean, I think only 2 games they didn't score 6 touchdowns or more. And they had a solid season, and they're bringing back one of the best running backs in this area in Ty Byers. Talk about how they may conquer this district again, or is somebody going to give them a run?
Yeah, I mean, when you look at what they did last year, I mean, a absolutely historic season for Lake Creek, which is still a young program. I believe they played their first varsity season in 2018 or somewhere around there. But yeah, I mean, Coach Pat Kennedy, he knows all about winning from his time as defensive coordinator at the Woodlands. He really came into this Lake Creek program and instilled a lot of those same values and those same concepts that we saw the Highlanders have so much success with over the years. As you mentioned, they bring back one of the top players in the Houston area in Tyvon Byers, who had a just mind-boggling sophomore season. It's hard to believe he's only a sophomore because he's, about 5'11", 205, 210 pounds. He's a big kid, a solid kid, runs through tackles, can break away in the open field. He rushed for, I think over 2,400 yards and scored 40-some touchdowns last season. So there's definitely high expectations for him. A lot of teams on defense are going to be trying to load up the box, I would imagine. And so that comes to kind of the, what is Lake Creek going to do in the passing game? Of course, they had Cade Tessier at quarterback last year, a proven senior, and he played really well. But he's gone now. So it's going to be interesting to see who steps up at that quarterback position. Defensively, I think they're in good shape. They've kind of had some good playmakers on that side of the ball throughout Kennedy's tenure there. And I mean, they're the team to beat in that district for sure coming back.
Let's talk about some other teams in the district. Obviously, the hot team to talk about 2 years ago was the Bears of Montgomery, but last year they only picked up the 3 wins. They did make the playoffs, but it was a down season for them. And then on the other hand, you have Richmond Randall, who just started off their varsity season last year, a modest 4-6, but they bring back a quarterback, Leo Garza, and a couple other players. Maybe talk about some of those other teams that are in that district.
Yeah, Garza was really impressive for them at the quarterback position, put up some good numbers. Coach Brian Randall, he's obviously very big on culture and trying to build a program. Obviously, this is a legacy thing for him. The high school is named after his father. So, this is a big deal. And I think he's done a great job. It's always a challenge opening a new program and kind of starting from the bottom. But I think that they have a chance to make some noise this year, especially with, the amount of returning players they're going to have. I mean, that's going to be a huge advantage with those kids getting, a year of varsity experience under their belt. And then, as far as Montgomery goes, like you said, 2 years ago, they won their first district championship in a long time. And, Coach Jon Bolfing has moved on, but Grant Cooper, who played for Coach Bolfing, has taken the reins. And, they didn't have the most ideal first season under him, but I can guarantee, knowing him, that they're going to be ready to play and ready to compete every single Friday night this coming fall.
Absolutely. All right, well, that's going to be a good district to take a look at, see if Lake Creek can go undefeated yet again in the regular season. Next week we're going to move up to Division I of 5A, so that will be some interesting talk there as well, and I will talk to you next week.
Sounds good.